Hi there, my name's Adam Cooper. Are you thinking about postponing your Medicare coverage? Well, stay tuned, stay put. Don't go anywhere because I'm going to answer that question for you. That way you can make sure to avoid the late enrollment penalty. All right, welcome back. So again, you're looking at whether or not to decide to postpone your Medicare coverage. Now, I'm going to start off with talking about Part A and Part B. Part A is your hospital insurance, Part B is your medical insurance. For the most part, as long as you've worked enough quarters, you've paid in your taxes, Part A is not going to cost you anything. However, Medicare Part B comes with a monthly premium. So that's really what you're trying to decide, whether or not you want to pay that monthly premium month in and month out. Now, there's a few scenarios that you will get nailed with a penalty if you decide not to take that Medicare Part B coverage. However, there are a few scenarios that you can actually postpone that and not get penalized. So I want to make sure to cover those with you. That way you can avoid that penalty. So first of all, let's talk about whether or not you're getting a check or not, a Social Security check. If you're getting a check because you've decided to take your retirement early, you're receiving your Social Security check, Medicare should, I say should, you always want to verify, they should automatically enroll you in Medicare. And what's going to happen is you're going to get your Medicare card in the mail. It's going to come in a bit like a big card, and it's going to be perforated for you to punch that out. You sign the back of it, you can mail that back to Medicare. They'll send you a new card with Part A only on it because it came with Part A and B. You can send it back and get Part A only. But again, before you do, let's make sure you do your due diligence and make sure that you don't make a mistake and get penalized. I want to make sure that you avoid that, okay? Now, let's say that you're not getting a check and you actually go sign up for Medicare because you're turning 65. Well, if you're down at the Social Security office or you go to ssa.gov to enroll, you can just sign up for Part A only and postpone your Medicare Part B. Again, before you do that, let's make sure you do your due diligence, do your homework, make sure that we avoid the penalty. Okay, so if you're working, here's the case. If you're working, and the key is you're still working, you're still actively working, and you have group insurance that's considered creditable, okay? And what I mean by credible is it's a traditional health insurance type program. It's not a some sort of hospital-only coverage or very limited benefit or anything like that. You want to make sure it's group insurance, it's credible, that way you don't get penalized. If you're still working and you have group insurance from your employer or union, you can postpone that Medicare Part B coverage, but again, do your homework. Call the HR department, talk to the administrator from your employer and find out how Medicare and your group insurance work together, because some employers are going to require, even though you turn 65 and you are still working, they're going to require that you take out Medicare Part B or they're not going to cover you. Okay? Some employers will not. Each employer is a little different. That's why you want to talk to the HR department and find out, can I postpone my Medicare Part B while I'm still working and have your insurance? You have that option. Okay? And especially, if you've got a spouse that's on the insurance with you, you want to find out how all this is going to work together. So you have that option. You can postpone Medicare Part B and not be penalized. Now, once you stop working or your group insurance ends, one way or the other, you need to go sign up for Medicare Part B and get it to start the same time that your employer coverage either ends or you retire. Because again, the key is you have to do both, work and have group insurance. If one of those two is missing, you'll be penalized. Okay? If you're able to keep your group insurance once you retire and you decide to postpone Medicare Part B, you'll get penalized. And a lot of times your employer wants you to get that Medicare Part B coverage anyway. All right? Let's talk about TRICARE. In order to keep your TRICARE benefits, you have to have Medicare Part B coverage. Sign up for it, keep it. Okay? That is, unless you're still active duty. If you're still active duty, you again, just like your employer coverage, you can postpone that. Okay? Let's talk about VA. If you've got VA benefits, you don't have to sign up for Medicare Part B, but you'll get penalized when you do because you're using the VA for all your health coverage. But what's going to happen there is yes, you'll get penalized, but you're also limiting yourself on what other options you do have available to you. Like for instance, my grandfather, he went to the VA all the time. Well, I'd say all the time, but he mainly used the VA. Well, the VA was about an hour, hour and a half drive from him. And as he got on up in age, he decided, I just don't want to make that drive anymore. So he wants to go use a local doctor, the local hospital. And guess what? If you don't take that Medicare Part B coverage, you're paying for it on your own. Okay, so there's a double whammy there. If you use that provider that's not part of the VA, because of convenience, you'll have to pay that full doctor bill on your own as if you don't have insurance. Plus, when you finally do enroll, you will have that 10% penalty. And let's talk about the penalty for a second. It's 10% for every full 12-month period of time that you went without that coverage. So keep that in mind. If you've got CHIMP VA, keep Medicare Part B. Don't disenroll. Okay, don't postpone that. If you're not getting any of those, okay, you're not working, and you don't have group insurance, you will get a penalty if you don't take Medicare Part B. So let's say that you're just now turning 65, you postpone Medicare Part B, you're healthy, you're not taking any medications, you don't feel like spending that that monthly premium, and you want to postpone that. Okay, well, guess what? The earliest that you can actually enroll is during the general enrollment. Okay, when you're first turning 65, it's whenever your birth month is. Okay, but if you want to postpone it and sign up later with a penalty, the general enrollment period is between January 1st and March 31st, but your coverage does not start until July 1st. Okay, so you've got a long period of time that you decide, hey, maybe I do need to take this coverage out. I'm starting to go to the doctor more often, whatever the case may be. You've got a long period of time to wait there before your Medicare Part B actually starts up again. Okay. Let's see. I want to make sure I cover everything here. So again, let's talk about the scenarios where you can postpone it, but still want to do your due diligence. That's if you're working and have group insurance. But again, verify everything with your employer coverage to make sure that they don't require that you take out that Medicare Part B. You want to make sure that you understand how it coordinates. And then the second thing is, if you're still active duty and have TRICARE, you can postpone it as well. But again, the main thing is to understand, as long as you're still working and you have group insurance that's considered creditable. Okay, so there you have it. If you found this video valuable and want to learn more about Medicare, I also put together an ebook called Medicare Declassified, the No Holds Barred, Take No Prisoners Guide to Navigating the Medicare Maze. If you visit You Got Medicare, that's YOUGOT Medicare.com, you can actually download my ebook absolutely free. Also, if you're in the market, if you're looking for a Medicare supplement plan, give me a call. My number here is 870-215-3136. Again, 870-215-3136. And if you've got any other specific questions about Medicare, either leave a comment below here, give me a call, shoot me an email. It's adam@yougotmedicare.com. Hey, I appreciate the time you spent with me today. I hope you found this valuable. I appreciate it. Make it a great day, and I'll see you in another video.